You're watching the PLL on ESPN. Boy, have we waited some time to say that. We begin our season with Whipsnakes and Chaos, a rematch of last year's championship game. And the Chaos with the opening face-off, out of bounds. They'll stay with Chaos. We're underway, gentlemen. It's exciting. Here comes Palasek. Shot clock down to 5. Skip pass on the crease. And we got our first goal of the season. It's Bradley Voigt.
So you asked me, what could we see out on the field? All 6 guys are in front of the cage, and you see that early action, that two-man game, that creates a little bit of leverage, and then a beautiful no-look cross-crease feed by Wasserman, finding Voigt on that back pipe.
Nardello wins this face-off, accelerates ahead, over to the wing, Rambo turned away by Reardon. Kyle Jackson now dancing behind the cage. Trying to feed in front. Low shot and a score. Ryan Smith, another Canadian out of Robert Morris. Indoor and outdoor, he's a threat.
He was one of the last picks in the PLL draft for Coach Towers a season ago, and down the stretch, he made the 19-man roster and delivered in clutch moments. His box lacrosse background reigns supreme. So if he's going to find something on the floor, Ryan, count it.
Ryan, a strong start for Chaos, a team that's missing a large chunk of its offensive firepower.
And I think Coach Towers and offensive coordinator Matt Panetta made an interesting decision. They wanted to kind of keep.
There's Mac O'Keefe, lightning quick release with that left hand. O'Keefe trying to get his shot, it's not there. Bryce Young looking to vacuum, and he does for Whipsnakes. Brad Smith dumps it behind the cage. Rambo maneuvering. Rambo gets to the left, off the chest of Reardon, and on the rebound to score, it's Connor Kirst.
Connor's younger brother, CJ, played on Championship Monday for Cornell. Brother Colin, semifinalist with Rutgers. Well, he's got some serious game. His ability to follow the shot like a rebound in hoops. Initial shot by Rambo, followed by Kirst. We got a game in Albany. Same hometown as Blaze Reardon. They're box lacrosse junkies in the summertime.
Nardello wins another faceoff for Whipsnakes, and there's an area where Whipsnakes could have a sizable advantage today.
And it's not just the advantage there, but
Gutterding using the pick. Has the short stick now. Gutterding fires, another save by Reardon, who has been an eraser in the cage.
And it was a beautiful job of holding that puck.
About Blaze is the ability to master the technical and mind part of the goalie position. He was really good in college. Now he's out of this world. Like, his positioning is almost flawless.
Yeah, but the Whipsnakes took too long to get into their flow with their sub game. That dodge didn't happen until like 16 seconds left. You got to start earlier.
Batting lines at the bottom of your screen and at the bottom of the net. Chaos bury another one to go up 3-1.
Tanner Cook is a guy given an opportunity. Can he run with it? So some early production here. You're going to see him just kind of swim dodge. He kind of holds the defender there, and Dunn just a little late. There's an opportunity for Dunn to show earlier there. Credit Cook, a big body, tall frame, uses that to reach around Burnley.
That's the second time we've seen a moving pick by the Chaos, a team that loves the two-man game.
Transition opportunity. Earhart gives it up. They spin it behind the cage. The wrap and the score.
That goal, Ryan Boyle, starts with the ability of Mike Earhart from deep.
And this is all about the respect paid by Earhart in transition. You're going to see as this ball gets thrown upfield, freeze it right here. This is Newman. You know, he's got to slide, and then that just starts a ping pong around the field in terms of the ball movement. Earhart's going to go down, the behind. Ends up in the stick of Gutterding, turning the corner. Beautiful ball movement, all coming off the respect you got to pay Earhart in transition.
Final ticks. And quarter number one comes to an end. The start of a new era for the PLL. Here on ESPN, the defending champion Chaos with a 1-goal lead on the Whipsnakes. What an exciting summer it's going to be here on the ESPN networks with the Premier Lacrosse League. Essentially taking us from the college game and championship weekend through the summer all the way through Labor Day.
9 months of lacrosse blitz. How awesome is that?
That's tremendous. If you're a fan, there's a lot to love. If you're a fan of the Chaos, there's a lot to like. We told you about a depleted roster, and a roster that's missing. That's right. There's Jackson, cranks. That'll hurt. Burnlore with a kick save. And that one trickles in. Mac O'Keefe unleashed that left hand and got a piece of Burnlore, and it's 4-2.
Ryan, when we were watching
Chaos.
practice yesterday, we both agreed, like, for Chaos to absorb the losses, they had to find a couple of 2 balls. Well, this is the guy you want doing it. Maybe the greatest left-handed shooter in the history of the sport.
And you can see Burnlore all over the early one from Jackson, but on that rebound, tough to then gather his feet, re-establish where's the shooter. Credit O'Keefe for picking that up and using his guy as a screen to get that on cage while Burnlore was in recovery mode.
6.
Now Rambo against Newman. Rambo, the former MVP, devoured by Newman. Ball on the ground. And a takeaway by the Chaos. Transition opportunity. Here's Costabile. Jackson, long 2 by Ray!
I think he had his foot on the line there.
His foot was on the line. That is a reviewable play. So it is a 1-point goal, and it's Troy Ray. Happy homecoming.
They go defense to offense. You can see the left foot of Ray. That plant foot ends up right on the 2-point arc. So attention to detail. I'm sure he wishes he had that one back to a degree in terms of being a little bit farther out.
And a shot clock violation.
One thing I'm noticing, how Chaos is defending Matt Rambo with physicality. They are putting him on the turf.
This one picked off by Gutterding. A chance unsettled, and Gutterding with his second of the game off the turnover.
Gutterding, originally part of Chrome Lacrosse Club, comes over in a trade a season ago. With no Zed Williams, you need some juice at the attack line, taking some pressure off former MVP Matt Rambo. Blaze Reardon has been locked down all game long, but the Chaos give the Whips an opportunity with a costly turnover.
Play a 2-way midfielder on defense, maybe a Brad Smith.
Chanenchuk, a little penthouse parm. Hello.
The penthouse parm's popping.
Mike Chanenchuk, really known as a 2-point king over the early parts of his career at the PLL. They need him to win these individual matchups. His ability to break down his defender, get to the middle of the field. He's got rage, he's got a smooth shooting stroke. And here he takes Geddes.
There's a wing dodge and a shot too high. Gutterding picks it back up. The snake and the denial by Reardon.
So good.
Reardon fires this one, and that comes right back to Bernlohr.
Whoa.
And Bernlohr had an empty net. He had a chance. And that's how half number one comes to an end. Blaze Reardon, 9 saves in that opening half for Chaos as we go down to Quinn.
Every offensive player thinks an extra beat when they shoot on him.
Nardella and Thomas Kelly at the face-off X, or the stripe as we say here in the PLL. And a face-off violation to begin. So that means Nardella cannot take the next face-off.
And this is where it's a critical possession for Chaos, because if they were able to cash in here with Nardella out of the next face-off, opportunity to go 2 for 1.
Rambo to Cole, one more shot and a score. Chanenchuk with his second, 6-5.
That extra pass from Cole allows the Whips to move Blaze Reardon.
And that's the beauty of having Cole on this power play, is his ability to identify open players and weak spots in the defense. And once they got him spinning, you can see Rambo, that skip right there, Cole, that little drag, and Chaos are just a hair late on this rotation upfield.
Kyle Jackson devoured. Picked up off the ground by Whipsnakes.
If you roll back and forth, Michael Earhart's coming.
He'll find you.
Yeah.
He'll time you.
No off-ball movement here.
Rambo. And that one went in.
Hey, Matt, we're taking a look at the replay right now. You know, what did you see as you came upfield on that dodge against Newman?
Lowering that shoulder. Rambo fires, body save, Blaze.
Another save from Blaze.
And it's picked up by Rowlett. He'll accelerate upfield. A lot of slipping. Brad Smith dancing. Jay Carlson gets past his man. Fires and scores. Was he in the crease? They'll talk about it. It's a goal. And the Whipsnakes have their first lead of the game.
Coach Staggs loves it. The Whips were quieted in the first half, coming to life. Carlson recognized the shorty, known as an inside finisher. Chaos dares him to go to the rack. He makes some pay. We got a ball game up in Albany. The Whips finding life. 7-6 up on the Chaos.
10 seconds.
Palasek. His shot blocked. And quarter number 3 comes to an end. Now Josh Byrne. They're still in this game. Wasserman lost it. Scooped up by Donville. Donville, there's a good look, and Jackson buries it. Tied at 7. Off the scrabble.
You talk about national champs. Jonathan Donville was a Terp not playing for the Whips. Chaos drafted him in the second round for a reason, his ability to initiate and be a passer, Ryan.
Yeah, and this is the other way they can generate offenses, off of scramble plays. So this ball was picked up off the turf, and Donville quickly then re-attacked.
47 games in 13 cities.
They got numbers here.
Feeding the crease, and the denial by Bernlohr. Big clear here. And a timeout called by Jim Stagnita. Kyle Bernlohr with the save of the game.
But you see the Whipsnakes on that turnover, just everybody from a midfield perspective gets back.
They got a trailer, it's O'Keefe, a rocket for a goal!
He's the most feared shooter maybe on the planet, Ryan.
Yeah, and it's a great job by the Chaos identifying a breakdown in the Whipsnakes substitution box. You're gonna see up top a quick little 2-on-1 emerge here between these two Chaos offensive players. And the lone Whipsnakes defender right here. O'Keefe's the top of your screen. He was the second guy in that 2-on-1. Earhart just kind of gets caught between those two guys, and O'Keefe makes him pay.
You gotta love the torque in the rotation. It's a thing of beauty when 3 and White strokes it in this moment.
The reigning MVP.
Who's helping him? Who's helping him?
Here comes Reed.
You're good, Raj.
Reed. And he scores! The rookie from Ohio State ties it at 8.
I was just about to say, that's a big moment to throw a rookie into the fire. But credit Reed for stepping up here. You're gonna see him on this left wing, gonna dance it back and forth, and then finally able to get to the inside on Resch. You'll see this roll right here. Gets his stick to the inside and pinpoint accuracy off the bar. And I think this hit the back of Blaze's stick or body and goes in.
Yay.
15 seconds. Here comes Chanonchuk against Ray. Bottles him up. Chanonchuk retreats. Less than 10 seconds. Chanonchuk will redodge. Fires with the left hand and scores! 2.7 seconds to go. A hat trick for Chanonchuk, and he may have just won the game for Whipsnakes.
Wow. I don't think Blaze got a good beat on this shot, Ryan. I think there was a lot of traffic in front of him.
Yeah, we'll take another look at it, but we said Chanonchuk needs to win his matchup, and today he has done just that. 3 goals on the day, 2 off of dodges, and it looks like Glacini actually, watch as he tries to propel his body in front of this shot. That potentially could have disturbed Reardon identifying the bounce.
He didn't get a beat on it, and with all the pressure outside, Chanonchuk had to win the matchup, and he did.
4.4 seconds to go. Nardello's going to try to tie up Kelly. He does. Warner picks it up, and Whipsnakes avenge a championship game loss to Chaos with a thrilling Game 1 win, 9-8. Mike Chanonchuk, the hero, the game-winning goal with less than 5 seconds to go.
Avenge, sure. I think they escaped with a win.